Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Crypto Crow. Are you having fun yet? Because I know I sure am. I'm going to get right to it. Check out today's video. Well, yesterday's video, if you don't mind. Throw some likes on there. I know it was kind of like, here's a couple metaverses. Here's what's happening a little bit in the market. It wasn't super specific, but you know, I need those likes to keep me going, pump me up for like even better and better stuff. Anyway, a lot of you guys are likely a little happy with what's been going on today. Finally seeing some reversal. Cardano's currently trading at like $1.44. Bitcoin's up, Ethereum's up. Everybody's happy. I don't think the clouds are quite cleared yet, but I wanted to give everybody some thoughts on what may be taking place. Now, in 2017, 2018, you know, a lot of us were sitting around thinking, institutions, we want institutional money to buy up that crypto and hold it and this and that. Well, I think what we're seeing right now in some of these flash crashes are just the other side to that double-edged sword. And by that, I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you an example. If you look at Bitcoin's price behind me right now, and I'm not going to take credit for discovering this. This was, I actually saw this in a TikTok video and from somebody I've never seen before. He's not even, I don't even think he's like a crypto YouTuber or anything. He's just somebody on TikTok, but I think they're more of a traditional trader. And they pointed this out and I went and I looked at some stuff and I'm like, son of a gun, he just might be right. So if you look here back in May, okay, on May 3rd, we saw Bitcoin, it went sideways a little bit. And then by about the 9th, it just started to crash, right? Very similar to what we've been seeing recently. And over a period of a couple of weeks, basically, the price just started taking a nosedive. And what was happening at the same time, Bitcoin had this significant crash down basically about 50%. The GME stock price started to rise. Not only GME, but AMC. What was happening? Short squeezes. Basically, people were having to sell. They were basically selling crypto to pay off their shorts because they were squeezed out. The big concentrated effort on Reddit and all of that. Basically, the retail market giving their finger to the man, so to speak, giving the finger to these big institutional hedge funds that are basically trying to push and suppress prices. They're shorting the hell out of the market. So basically, a bunch of retail investors got together on Reddit, coordinated some, basically like, hey, we're going to save GameStop. We're going to save AMC. And they started pumping the shit out of these prices, which caused these hedge funds, from the looks of things, to dump their crypto investments and save themselves and basically cover their shorts. Something similar could be happening now, but there's no record of it. And so I'm not 100% sure, but I looked at this and I found this article. How soon will we see an AMC short squeeze? This is from December 6th. This is today. What a storm. What a battle, right? AMC keeps on keeping on. And although AMC has been on a discount recently, the stock has finally broken its $30 level of resistance. Retail investors are very excited about the data that's been collected for months now. Will we see an AMC short squeeze while we continue to ride this bull? And if so, how soon? And, you know, it's just asking the question, like, what's happening? Like, can we expect some more short squeezes? And quite frankly, with the recent flash crashes, maybe there's some short squeeze coverage that's been happening that maybe hasn't been announced yet for whatever reason. This could be something like that. But I don't know. I don't know 100%. But if I look at like GME, their price hasn't been spiking. So it's definitely not somebody who, like, they're not. I mean, if it's happening, it might not be happening to GME. But the whole point of showing you this is that when we get these flash crashes, this could be someone covering shorts in the traditional markets. Obviously, significant people. Now, what I've also seen some videos of coordinated market manipulation from whale trading groups. I saw a video. It was basically a bunch of people watching the price, and they counted down, and then they all started doing their thing, and you just watch the price just tank, and then they were all cheering. People that have significant resources can do this to the market. The problem is that while it freaks everybody out, if you see here, we had this whole short squeeze situation. They were obviously liquidating assets to cover their shorts. And then we had the price push even further down, because this is when the market to some degree is manipulated, or there's a flash crash. Everybody freaks out and continues to drive the market down because they start panic selling, which is why I've been doing these videos basically saying, hey, calm down. The end is not near. We're okay. It's just, this is the kind of stuff that still happens in crypto. So I just wanted to basically show you that. Now, and another thing too, if we zoom out here, let's look at this on a daily chart. This is the log scale, okay? Typically when we hit a peak, we are deep into this red, all right? Now, I just added this and I'm like, wow, lo and behold, look where we're at. We're dead center. We're right in the middle of this. And if we want to get deep into the red, if we're looking at a June peak, look where that takes us. I mean, if this curve continues to move up, that curve should take us to probably right here around 188,000. 188,000, somewhere thereabouts. Now, that's not to say that we're going to get to the very peak of this. We could get around here. So let's just say Bitcoin gets to somewhere between $150,000 and $190,000 by the peak of this market. Everything else is likely going to go with it. These two lines here are my guesstimates of where I put the pi cycle top indicator. And you can see I haven't changed them, but this is basically, I started this line. This is where the two connected. This is the real spread here. You can see this orange line. I did them in reverse so that you could see where I changed them. You can see that the bottom here, that's starting to curve and kind of balance out and straighten itself. So it's not super accurate there, but up here, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And it doesn't have to be accurate. That's not even really the point. But the point is, I'm not really looking at a peak of this market until these close. I mean, that's what I'm waiting for. And so far, I mean, it's kind of in line with that. But there are going to be some fluctuations, some variations along the way based off of how the market reacts, or if we get significant flash crashes and things of that nature. But ultimately, everything that I'm seeing, and I'm not a super TA guy, but everything that I've been seeing is as long as we close the weekly candle above 40,000, so basically as long as we close the weekly candle above 40,000, we're in a bull market. And, I think I even added the 21 moving average. Yeah, 21 moving average. That is this big, thick, bright orange. We want to also close above this 21 weekly moving average. So we're going to have to see how we play out by the end of this week. I mean, from the looks of things, we're already starting to get some significant reversal. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. If we stay above this 21 moving average, I mean, generally speaking, look, we closed below it down here and then we pumped. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world, but it does potentially mean that we could see kind of a longer period of time between now and the time we start seeing new highs. So I'm not overly concerned about what's going on right now. It sucks to watch, but like I said, here we are. We're, Cardano's back up. I'd like to break above this resistance now. This was previous support. Now it's resistance. I want to see us pump above this. So I would like to see something about $1.50 as we continue to move back and break through what was previous support and is now going to be resistance. So yeah, that's that. If we're looking at Ethereum's up 43.47, looking pretty good still. Now I want to get to a couple other things. Number one, this has been I love it. All right. I have these, actually my home in Puerto Rico. I basically set up another one of these and then hardwired wireless access points throughout. And these are boss. Okay. They're expensive, but they're boss. So if you're a trader, and they're not paying me, they haven't paid me anything. Maybe he's hooking up with discounts and stuff. I get amazing support anytime. I mean, I could just text my guy and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. And they can monitor everything going on. I can monitor everything going on my network. Depending on your wireless access points, you can monitor each one. You can control each one. You can control basically every nuance of your entire network. Okay. But one of the biggest things about this for me is that it's definitely something that helps me sleep at night. Okay. Because, you know, being a YouTuber, being a hacker target, man, and I've said this a million times and it's so true. If you had any idea what I have to go through in the name of security anymore, I mean, it's to the point where I got to drive. Okay, because I'm paranoid. I never know. It's like there's just so many steps I have to take, and it's pretty ridiculous. But it's better to. I learned years ago. It's better to be ridiculous than be sorry. And so, you know, I've done several crypto videos where I've talked about a lot of different things that you should and shouldn't do to try and maintain your security when you're dealing with cryptocurrencies and things. Not saving stuff in browsers, writing down passwords for important stuff, keeping them locked away, you know, all kinds of stuff, using hardware UB keys, Google two-factor authenticator. I use that for everything. There are so many steps, and yes, it's very annoying. It's very, very annoying, but it's just a necessity, especially if you hold any significant sum of cryptocurrency. Okay. And if you do, I would highly encourage you to check out cryptowall.ca. You know, it is a subscription-based service because they monitor all traffic. You know, I use this in conjunction with an antiviral platform as well, just to make sure. So, you know, I highly encourage you to check these things out, man. I love the company. I love the support that I get. Like I said, I'm doing this because I legitimately love everything these guys have done for me over the years, and just phenomenal, truly phenomenal. I mean, it's even it's a point where I can basically call my guy or text him and say, hey, I want all my bandwidth to go to this particular device. Screw everyone else. They're on their own. They can use data plans. And, you know, I can get my, you know, let's say I'm gaming, I can basically make sure that all the juice is going to my PlayStation and not, you know, anything else, and turn it back off when I'm done. I mean, there's just so much stuff you can do with this thing. And you can control it all yourself. I just prefer making sure that the pros deal with stuff. I don't want to make any mistakes or anything, and they're on top of it. So, but this is what you're talking about. It's a wireless router. And ultimately what will happen is once you get one of these, you're either going to bypass or bridge the current router that you have from your internet service provider, and everything's going to go through this. I think the last model was like 450 megs throughput. So if you've got like 500 meg internet, this won't push every bit of it, but I'm pretty sure that the newest one does better than that. I think it might actually be better than that. Either that or it used to be 250 and now it's 450. I don't 100% remember. But check these things out. I really think you're going to love them, especially if you're a tech nerd, if you're a security freak, whatever. I think you're going to dig this. So check it out, cryptowall.ca. And again, that wasn't paid. That is just me saying thank you for everything that you guys do for me as a company. Okay. Big news for those of you guys that don't know, Divi wallet. I've been bullish on Divi for a long time. I've been telling everybody about Divi for a long time. It's been hanging out at about 3 cents for like 2 damn years. It's basic. I always joke with Nick and I'm like, hey man, how's my stable coin doing? Because it just hasn't moved. It doesn't move. It doesn't really go down. It would bounce between 3 cents, 4 cents. And that's been pretty much it. Well, I saw it spike out about 18 cents recently because of the upcoming announcement that they have just partnered with La Liga, which is basically like a Spanish sports group. I forget what the reach is, but like this is a representative from the group. You can watch this. I will retweet this now. Retweet it. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can go and watch this. You see Nick there. I've met Nick. I've talked to his team several times. This is one of those projects that flies well under the radar because it's a group of, I don't want to say purists, but it's a group of very passionate developers that truly believe in what they're building and what they're accomplishing, and they're just taking it inch by inch by inch. And they're not, they're not wildly funded with tens of billions of dollars in venture capital money or anything. They don't have significant marketing budgets or any of that stuff, so they can't pump the shit out of themselves, right? So the community tries to do what it can to help spread the word of Divi. I really like Divi, the wallet, the masternode. I have generated a lot of Divi tokens just from a masternode. There are a lot of different tiers. If you're not familiar, check it out. Right now, I think the price is hovering around 9 cents. It was sitting at about 6 cents for a bit directly after the announcement. They say you buy the rumor, sell the news. That's exactly what happened. It pumped all the way up to almost like 18, might have even hit 19 cents, and then started to hit down pretty hard pretty quickly. And then it leveled out around 9 cents. I think it might even actually be trading at about 10. So people are getting into it, and word is spreading. And basically, Divi Wallet's going to be the new blockchain wallet for La Liga. And there's a lot of stuff that these guys are doing. So pay attention, folks. Pay attention. I don't tell you stuff for no reason, okay? When DeFi really starts to spread on Divi, that's going to be another big thing. I mean, I love Divi. Is it like my Cardano? No, not quite. I would say that this is one of those things that I am passionate about, the passion that these developers have, because through the bear market, through it all, they've been sticking it out, busting their asses, coming up with new partnerships, new deals, new tech, new everything. They're on exchanges. They're doing it right. And that's about all I can say. I should say that they did give me a lot of Divi at one point, like years ago. I've held on to it. And so I guess I should say that it wasn't necessarily like a sponsorship. They didn't say, hey, we're going to give you Divi tokens if you do this, and that. It wasn't really like that. I was kind of into it, and they were like, hey, man, we love your support. Help us out whenever you can. That would be great. And I was like, cool. There's no contract. There was no demands. There was no nothing. Just honestly good relationships, especially like when they were just getting stuff started, man. So I don't know, I'm just super proud of them, and I'm very happy for them. La Liga Sports TV, check that out. This is the La Liga website. It's laliga.com. This is English. Check out the live streams if you're into soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, man, I mean, I couldn't be happier for these guys. They definitely deserve it. Now, before I sign off, only 18 minutes. This hopefully gets some views and likes. I want to show you guys something, because, there's something that I was thinking about recently as it relates to Cardano's price. And this is Cardano's pool tool. Epoch ends in 5 days. Cool. Where's the data that I really want? Historical block height alignment. So I'm assuming maybe it's home. I don't know. Okay. Total stake. Yeah. See, 71.97%. So basically, when we're looking at these figures, this is basically saying that 72% of the total circulating supply of Cardano is staked on nodes generating rewards, passive income streams for a lot of people, okay? And with that, what we're seeing right now is we're seeing all these competing blockchains trying to FUD Cardano. I don't know why. I don't really fully understand it. I don't know if people are paid. I don't know if it's about venture capital groups. I don't know what it is. Those of you that have followed me since excuse me. Those of you guys that have followed me since 2017 know how passionate I've been about Cardano since inception. All right. I mean, the first time I bought in, it was 33 cents. Followed it all the way up to the peak, followed it all the way back down to the bear market, down to 2 cents. Tried educating everyone I could about it. A lot of people accumulated 1 million, 2 million tokens. Everybody's super happy. probably doing much better than even I am. Okay. The problem is everybody has their tokens delegated. They're earning passive rewards. Everybody's happy. Cardano holders are happy. Cardano's been meeting every milestone, expanding on the technology. They're about to launch all kinds of new age stuff. I mean, everybody in the know is very, very happy. Those of you that aren't in the know, and you're always seeing FUD this, FUD that. Oh, Cardano's a ghost chain. I don't know, just all kinds of garbage that's just, I see it all over the place, and I just don't get it outside of people that hold bags of competing projects. They just don't want to see Cardano do well. Either that, maybe they don't like Charles. Maybe they don't like men with beards. I don't know what it is. Okay, maybe they're jealous that Charles has a beard. I don't know. I have a beard. It's not as big as Charles, but that's okay. Size doesn't matter, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that with so much of the circulating supply locked up on delegation nodes, staking nodes for passive rewards, what we're seeing is less available supply on exchanges. And on top of that, we're not seeing as much of an influx into Cardano as I'd like to see. And I don't get it. That's the thing. Those of us that are holding, we've already got Cardano. We might continue accumulating, and there's a lot of us out there that continue to accumulate as possible. Some of us set a certain a point. We said, okay, once I get to here, I'm good. I don't need to buy anymore. I'm not trying to be greedy. There are a lot of people out there that are saying, hey, I want to get more and more and more. I want to get as much as I possibly can until the peak of the market, and that's great. But ultimately, my point is, I really think that because so many of us, with a lot of these other tokens that are purely speculative, right? People are just trading them for shits and giggles. They don't care about the tech. They don't care about the future. They care about the 4-hour chart and the resistance and the support and all this other stuff and the EMAs and this and that. And they're buying and trading. That's not happening quite as much with Cardano. I don't even know if traders like Cardano for that reason. I could be I don't know. I could be nuts, and maybe I don't get it. My point is, I want to see more people getting into Cardano, staking it on the nodes, and riding this wave into the peak of this bull market. Because I think that because we don't have as much going on. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I mean, look, let me take a look at this. So Cardano, it's up 5.37% over 24 hours, which is real 6.13. It's currently trading. That's beautiful. Volume of 24 hours. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. $2.6 billion a day in trading volume. Why is this not 250 yet? I guess that's really where I'm at. Why is this not $4 yet? Is there an opportunity for Cardano to hit $4 by the end of this month? Believe it or not, there is. I think so many people are pumping their money into these garbage meme coins because they expect to buy 5 billion of these tokens and that they're going to get to a penny a piece and make them billionaires. I'm telling you, folks, even if that were to happen, you're not going to be able to sell them at that price. There's no liquidity in these things. So you could have 10 billion, 100 billion of these tokens. They could be worth $1 a piece. You're never going to sell them at $1 because the second it hits new milestones and prices, all these people that have been holding longer than you or bought cheaper are going to dump on your head. You're never going to get to where you want to be. I'm just telling you how it is. You can get all excited all you want about Shiba Inu and all this crap. It's not going to treat you well. Which I think a lot of people saw recently because I'm pretty sure Shiba, yeah. So, I mean, everything dumped. But, when you're talking in the last 7 days, it's down 20.51%. I don't know what to tell a lot of you guys, but if I would not be blowing money on these stupid meme tokens, man, because when they do crash, they're going to crash hard. The other thing that I noticed in the market recently is that if we look at a lot of these Metaverse tokens, the majority of them dumped harder than almost everything else in the market. Polka City dropped 45%. Atari token, 43%. Metaverse X, 42. I mean, a lot of this stuff dropped in the 40s, the 40 percentile range over the last 7-day period. not a lot of faith. I don't know, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't have my finger on the pulse of this yet because I just started getting back, getting situated. UFO gaming token down 35.5% on the 7-day. We see a lot of it, man. A lot of these metaverse tokens, when the market crashed, the metaverse tokens got hit the hardest. And I know a lot of people are probably out there freaking out. But this is also why, why is that? Well, a lot of that, I believe, is because a lot of these metaverse projects are still ways away before you're ever going to see them, dive into them, play them. Well, you notice you didn't see Sandbox in there because they're pretty solid. They launched an alpha. I mean, they're there. They've been building for years now. But when you're talking about investing in projects built on fundamentals with actual use cases and things, it's why Cardano, Solana, it's why these are at the top of the market. So when you see a substantial flash crash and the market drops 40%, but you see some of these other tokens that are doing pretty well and they're rebounding rather well, those are the tokens you put money in. I'm not giving financial advice. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just some old dude on the interwebs with graying hair, okay? But you don't go and you dump your money into the tokens that dumped the hardest, because those are the ones that are going to be the most difficult to get out of, for one thing, at the prices you get all excited about. And on top of that, it's going to be a long time before, the real use case for these games, these metaverses and the like, it's going to be a long time before you actually see your price rise because of use and utility rather than pure speculation. And that's why a lot of these metaverse tokens took such a hit in this market crash, because it's all invested into based on pure speculation with little else to go for it. That's why a lot of these projects that are in the top 10, top 30 are there outside of Shiba. I mean, come on. I mean, there's a few of these that are just like people buy them up because they watch too much TikTok. I mean, let's just be honest. So anyway, hopefully this was informative for you today. Thanks for joining me, guys, and grow your coins. And I'll see you again soon.